Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we just finished our high science flight, if I recall correctly. This is a new session, so I might be a little wrong on that. It's hard to say. However, we need to spend our science and prepare for the moon flyby, according to my spreadsheet. So, let's do that. So, for the moon flyby, what are we going to need? Are we going to need a heavy rocket? Probably not. Kickback SRB maybe, but in reality we're more likely to asparagus stage than use SRBs at this point. We're not going to do a moon landing, so I don't think we need any of that. We could potentially grab the experiment control station, but again, we're not going to do a landing yet. Now, as far as this goes, I mean, we could just go ahead and grab electrics so that we can get photovoltaic panels, and I think that would be a good idea. So I'm going to grab that. And then I don't think we need an inline reaction wheel. Maybe a launch stability enhancer, if that ends up being necessary later on. However, struts are absolutely going to be necessary for this flight. So let's go ahead and grab the general construction tech, and we can still grab one more level 90 or both of these, flight control and aviation. We could just finish this up. I mean, we're unlikely to use a lot of this, but it might end up coming in handy, like the re-entry module. That's a fair amount lighter, and it seats 2, so we might use that for our lander. But for right now, I think we'll just do that. And now we need to build our rocket for the moon flyby. So let's go ahead and open our existing craft, which is this one. And let's see, looking at this... Okay, yeah, that seems interesting. It's not quite enough delta V for what I want to do, although it's kind of close. So let's go ahead and ditch the SRBs. And I think we're just going to go for asparagus staging this, and I wonder what our thrust to weight with what we've got right here. If we add solar panels, I should add at least one solar panel to the back here. There we go. What is the mass of that? Infinitesimal. Okay. So what is our thrust to weight right now of this stage? 0.98. So it's already a bit low on the old thrust to weight ratio. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and put a pair of radial decouplers here. And we want them to be... Let's see here. We want them to be on this side, I believe, if I recall correctly. I was just trying to remember if I wanted them here or on this side, because I tend to like to have them be like horizontal as we pitch over. I don't know, I feel like it just gives us some stability. I don't think it actually does, but that's how I feel. And that's what's truly important in rocket science. It's not what the science says. It's all about how you feel. That's, I'm sure that's accurate. Okay, let's put some reliance on these outside stages here. And what's our thrust to weight? Low. Okay, what about when we toss in this engine? 1.25. That is slightly low, but not horrible. What if we ditch these T800s and stick T400s and a T200 instead? So essentially a T600. 1.32. I like it. Okay, let's go ahead and do aerodynamic nose cones out here. Fantastic. I'm going to lift these side boosters slightly so that they are right about there. I think that's good. And let's just go ahead and make sure to connect them up with struts at the bottom, like so. And then at the top, like so. That should be fine. And then we need to also get a fuel line going in. like so. And that should be burning at the same time. And then we've got a single T800 tank up here. 1.31 thrust to weight ratio. Now, we do currently have too many parts, so to run this we're going to need to upgrade the VAB. So let's go ahead and save this. I'm overwriting it. No, I don't want to launch. Can't launch yet. Okay, VAB. You need to be upgraded. 225. Yikes. Okay. I mean, that might be doable. Activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. Okay, that's a little awkward. We need a contract here because we can't afford to upgrade the VAB. One thing we should maybe consider doing is a fundraising campaign. How far can we go with this? No higher than 25%? Okay, probably should have done this at the get-go. There. So yeah, that'll help our financial situation a little bit. Let's see. Holoterier? That is really slow at a really high altitude. That's unlikely to happen. We need to do a contract. There's no doubt about that. Near a particular area. In flight above 18.7. Where is this area? Can we see it? Hable's secret? We can. It's not too far away. Alternately, this one might be a little easier. I don't know. We need to make some money. Alternately, we could just proceed with the plan and ditch 11 parts. Oof. That's not really an option. Okay. So we definitely do need to make money. Let's see. The heat shield here. That's pretty slow for being that high. That said, we might get that on the way up. Interesting. This one we're not going to get. So high for so slow. Like, that's one of those where you just bounce up, test it, and then come back and do a, like, powered re-entry. And this is at basically the same altitude, but much faster. You only have a period of 5 seconds to do that at that speed, if we go that route. Suborbital trajectory, 150 to 160 kilometers. I mean, technically we could probably do that. We don't have to recover it. There's no speed requirement. Yeah, I think we take this one. And then we're going to make a quick adjustment here. And these are going to be hammers. So hammer solid fuel boosters. Like so. And then we want a suborbital trajectory. Let's go ahead and bring this down to be about here. We want a suborbital trajectory of 150 to 160 kilometers. And then we would ditch these on the way back down because we don't need to recover them, theoretically. So we have 2631 meters per second. We cannot utilize our second stage until after this is done. So we're going to need to have a very high apoapsis here. This is going to be a little awkward, but we need to do it for the money. Should we maybe quad-couple the hammers just to get a little bit more delta V out of this? Yeah, we can do that. That should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and lower these a little bit, though, down to about there. And realistically, I don't want to ditch them until, like, after stage 2. I mean, no, it's the same thing. If we ditch here, like, realistically, we could just not ditch them at all. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be the way we do this. We need to not ditch the solid rocket motors, which is going to be a little awkward. But theoretically, we should have the thrust to weight to get to where we want to get. We're doing this exclusively for the money. Which, now that I think about it, how much is this launch actually costing us? Let's revert this back to vehicle assembly. We're getting like 26K for this. And we're making we're spending 18K. So I think we're still not quite going to have enough after this. We might have to run another contract. We'll have to see. And we're going to be recovering a lot of this. You know, I just realized. Let's go back to vehicle assembly. We don't need to include all of these science experiments this time. We're not saving this, right? So let's just go ahead and take the science experiments off. That'll save us a fair amount of weight. Is that a heat shield? Yes, that is a heat shield. That'll save us a fair amount of weight. And, yeah, I think that will get us quite a lot further. And it's substantially cheaper. Okay, let's go ahead and launch this without a payload. Other than Jeb. Jeb is the payload. So let's make some money. That is the important thing right now. Because we need to upgrade our VAB. Okay, check our staging. Oh, that's a little awkward. Okay, we'll put those back there. I mean, it didn't really affect anything, but it's just slightly awkward. Okay, what's our thrust to weight? 3.13. Yikes. Let's revert this back. I should have checked that before we came to the launch pad. And let's set our thrust limiter down to 50% here. 1.83. That's a little bit better. And then I'll move this back down there. Otherwise, the staging seemed fine. And now we should be ready to launch this. Now that it's, you know, time to put a cut in. Oh well, we'll go ahead and do the launch. So we're aiming for an apoapsis of what? 160 kilometers? Let's see here. Suborbital trajectory at 160 kilometers. So yeah, we'll just wait to circularize until we're quite late. Okay, let's go. Why, yes, I could EVA report. Why, no, I'm not going to EVA report right now. It's so weird that we're not going to be ditching these, though. Like, I want to so badly. But we want to go basically straight up until we get the apoapsis we want. I wonder what our thrust to weight is going to look like when these flame out. .26. We're slowing down, though. Why are we slowing down currently? If we have a positive thrust to weight ratio. I'm confused. Now we're speeding up. But I think our thrust to weight is a little too low. I don't know. We'll see if our apoapsis gets high enough. If not, we can always just call this a simulation. This is a first flight of this rocket. Yeah, we just didn't have enough delta V in this first stage, I think. Moving too slowly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and revert that back and put a cut in here. Next episode, we will complete this contract. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.